Hello everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner, and today I have this super adorable, excuse me, I have something in my throat. I don't know what is going on, but this super adorable, it's a little open top treat box. It has an angled side, which just makes it a little bit extra fancy, and we are using the sunflower dies for this gorgeous sunflower. So this is actually a fairly simple project. This is one that if you needed to make a bunch for like a fall festival, or you could even just modify the front image here, you could make a bunch of these in no time, or just like a fall treat for your friends, for your coworkers. It's a good one to have. Again, excuse me, I don't know what's going on. All right. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin for November is going to be this kit, this fun kit back here. This was October's kit. This is November's. It's going to be an amazing tag kit. There is going to be 12 tags. They're going to have glitter die cuts, specialty snowflake die cuts. It's going to coordinate with October's kit. So if you got October's Paper Pumpkin kit and you loved it, make sure that you are subscribed for November's kit. Now, if you saw October's Paper Pumpkin kit and loved it and you didn't get it, you can still get November's Paper Pumpkin kit. You don't have to have October's to do it. They coordinate, but they're not required to have each other. But it's going to be a good one. You guys don't miss it. All right, guys, can you believe it? We are near the end of October, which is just, it's mind-blowing. We have less than a week left of October, which means there is less than a week left to take advantage of this amazing starter kit special. When you join, you only pay $99. You get free shipping, you get a free paper pumpkin in your kit, and you get to choose 155 in product, which is just an amazing amount of value. And when you add in the free shipping, the paper pumpkin, and then all the extra stuff Stampin' Up sends you, it's well over $200 value, and you're only going to pay $99. Plus, when you become a demonstrator, you're also going to get a discount on your products. You get to see products early. You get to order products early as well, and so it's just a win-win-win, situation. And there is no requirement to sell. There's no requirement to hold classes or do any of that stuff. So if you are interested, I'd love to talk to you more. Now, one of those demonstrator perks is being able to order and see new products early. Like I said, this beautiful suite, look at how gorgeous those samples are. This Fitting Florets suite is coming, and it will be available November 1st for customers. Demonstrators can pre-order this now, and you can actually put this stuff in your starter kit. So this can actually be what you choose to put in your starter kit. The entire suite is $97.50, and that includes everything. So you're still going to have over $50 of stuff that you can continue to add into your kit. So it's a great, great deal. If you love all this stuff, if you want to get it now, the starter kit really is the best way to go. You're going to get so much for your money. All right, but let me show you these things that I know it's hard to see on the paper, so I wanted to show you them in person. These will be available on Tuesday, so let's start with this bundle. This is the Framed Florets bundle. That glare, look at that glare. But look at how cute this bundle is. The thing that got me with this bundle, I wasn't going to get it. I was like, oh, I don't need another flower set. I need a flower set like I need a hole in the head. But the thing that got me about this bundle was these greetings, the font especially. I just love this font. I don't know, I'm so drawn to it. I absolutely love it. And then the dies were what really sold me on this. Let me see, can I get this out? Hold on. My magnet sheets are a little bit thicker, and I have to have two in here because the die set is so big, and for some reason, I cannot get them out. Let me see. I'm gonna end up ripping this. Okay, we're gonna have to take those out one at a time. All right, look at these amazing dies. They are absolutely incredible. Now, I've played with this just a little bit. I haven't had too much time to actually sit down and play with it a whole bunch, but these dies are fantastic. These oval dies, these frame dies, they're so fun. So this bundle, actually, this Framed Florets bundle, will actually be in the next mini catalog. So it will be around for quite a while, which I love because it's going to be one that I think I use a lot. Now, the other products that I'm going to show you will only be available for a limited time while supplies last, or at least through December. But the while supplies last is the important part, because you guys know how stuff sells out. But this fun framed and festive set, again, this brings in that same font that I just love, and there's so many fun Christmas greetings in here, so this is going to be good for Christmas. There are also these gold adhesive back swirls. I haven't used these. I haven't really opened them, but they are fun. It's like a bright gold, which is really fun. And I don't know if you can see that swirl detail, but they're pretty fun, and they are flat. I thought they were going to be more rounded, but they are pretty flat, so I think these might be post office friendly, which is always good news. So these are available while supplies last, as well as this gorgeous paper, which is available while supplies last as well. So you can get this stuff starting November 1st, or you can get it as part of your starter kit. If you wanted to join my team, you can throw this into your starter kit. Look at that side, so pretty. Now, if you are loving these products, and look at this reverse side, so pretty as well. If you're loving these products, I actually will be releasing my card crate sign up starting later this week. I think it's going to come out Friday, and it's actually going to feature this stamp set. So if you love this stamp set, if you plan on getting the stamp set, we're actually going to be using the paper and the stamp set. You can plan to get my card crate. Again, details on that will be out on Friday on my blog, so you can plan to check that out. And you can add in card crate. You do have the option to add on that stamp set, and then you'll get some of this paper in your kit. Card crate for November is going to be so much fun. So if you love that stamp set, plan to check my blog on Friday for more details on card crate, because it's going to be amazing. I absolutely love it. I was finishing up things yesterday on it, and it is going to be phenomenal. All right, if you are shopping in the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, this is my October host code, November 1st. There will be a brand new host code, so make sure to check my blog and social media for my brand new host code that will be posted on November 1st. But if you are shopping through the end of the month, this is October's host code, and make sure you shop that. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 or more, you are also going to receive the Make and Take kit that coordinates with that. Okay, let's get started. Now you want to bring this one back in, the framed florets, because this greeting is actually from here. So we're actually using the greeting that's from this little sneak peek stamp set. So if you love that, we're going to be using that greeting, because I told you I'm totally in love with that font. So this is what we're making today, this little open top angled box, which I just love. And then inside, I'm going to show you. So you just untie the bow. The ribbon is all adhered down, so it's not going to come out. And then inside are these little cookies. This is the Reese's. We're just going to put the regular Chips Ahoy in the next one, but let me show you what these look like in the store. I found these at Sam's Club, and it is a big box. You get 28 packs of cookies in this box, and this box is this little box is easy enough that you can make a whole bunch of these. So if you're making them for like a school, if you're making them for co-workers, for neighbors, for family, this is a good one to do, because you can make a bunch of these in no time. You can get 2 of these per sheet of 8.5 by 11. You can get 4 of them per 12 by 12 sheet. So it's a really good kind of paper saver. It's a cute box. All right, so let's get started. We're going to actually do the scoring first, and I'm going to start with a piece of crumb cake that is 5 by 5. You grab your Simply Scored. We're going to start with this. Make sure everything's good. All right, so because it's a 5 by 5 piece, it's a 5 by 5 square, it doesn't matter what side you start on. Choose a side and start on that side. And you're going to score at 1.5 and at 2.5. Okay, then turn it, and you're going to score it at 1 inch on each side on this other side. So turn it and then turn it all the way around and do 1 inch again. Or you can do 1 and 4. However you choose to do it, but that's it. That's our scoring. It's super simple. Okay. We're having Simply scoring problems. Super simple score marks, and all you're going to do is fold those lines, and we're going to assemble this. Now, one side is shorter than the other side. This shorter side is going to be our front, so it's going to kind of fold up like this. The back is going to be longer than the front, so just keep that in mind as you're adhering it. But the trimming that we're going to do is just on these little squares on either side. So just cut up the score lines and then just notch in on those little squares. And that's it. We're going to do the same thing on this side We do have a little bit of trimming to do once it's assembled, but as far as trimming before we start assembling it, this is it. It's super simple. This is, again, a box you can make in no time. This is a box I think that you could also get kids involved with. I think that this is a simple enough box that they can make as well. So if they want to feel like they're a part of this, maybe they're making it for their teachers, whatever, this is a good one to make. All right, I'm going to use a strong adhesive. I have Stampin' Seal Plus, and with the box like this is basically the inside. So it's going to fold up like this. We're going to apply our glue on the inside. So I'm going to apply glue or adhesive on the small tabs for the front. So don't put them on the back tab. Remember I told you to make note on which one was the front. So they go on here on the inside, and then a little bit of glue on these little square tabs that are on the inside. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so we're going to start with our little square tabs, and we're actually going to glue those tabs on the outside of our box. Now, I know that looks wrong. It looks bad, but the reason we're doing this is because when we put our treat in, there's not going to be any tabs on the inside that are going to be visible, and there's not going to be any tabs for anything to get caught up on. All the tabs are on the outside, and we're going to just fold our front tabs right around. So we're going to sandwich that tab in, so you're never going to see it. It's going to be hidden forever. It's going to give you a nice clean finish on the inside. There's nothing to get caught up on, and it's super clean looking. All right, so that's it. That's basically the assembly of our box. I told you guys, easy peasy. Okay, we do have a little bit more trimming to do. All we're going to do is from this corner where the front meets to this back corner. Actually, I'm going to flip it over like this to this back corner. You're just going to cut it at an angle, just like that. And that's your little box. Isn't that cute? So I want to make a larger version of this that will hold cards. I think that would be so cute, right? So that's coming next. Maybe that's going to be one of my 12 Days of Christmas series project. A little gift set of cards. That would be really cute. So that's our box. Now to get our ribbon on there, I wanted to make sure that the ribbon was tied on. So I am just going to eyeball center of the back and just use a hole punch. Just any regular like 1/4 inch hole punch will do. And I'm going to just thread this through. I'm using the Early Espresso Faux Suede ribbon. This ribbon is, oh my gosh, it's so soft. It's so like, it's comforting. That's what I'll say about it. And we're just going to wrap this around the front just like that. Okay, let's add our little cookies in. You do kind of have to fold in the sides for this, but that's okay. I'm going to add our cookies in, and then we're going to tie a bow. And I like to make sure that, tying on the spool, guys. Let's see how this goes. I like to make sure, especially when I give a treat item, that my recipients have to untie. I like to make sure that I leave enough ribbon for them to retie it back up. I don't want them to struggle with having to tie it back up if they want to. So make a bow with nice long ends. All right, I'm going to trim this off, and not too shabby. And that's going to just hold our little cookie in there. Isn't that cute? All right, let's talk decorations on the outside. So let me bring our box back in here. Now we are using the sunflower dies. These are in the annual catalog. These have been around for a while. Let me pull them out. They are beautiful, fantastic dies. I love these dies. I usually pull them out for the fall because I think it's such a good fall die set. There is a coordinating stamp set that goes with this. We're not using that today, but you can buy the coordinating stamp set. But this is also one of those dies that you don't necessarily need the coordinating stamp set. They all work individually and with the stamp set, but if you don't have the stamp set, that's okay. All right, now I have already die cut all of my pieces, so let me go through what I have die cut. So let me bring my dies back in. So in So Saffron, I die cut the solid sunflower piece. This is what we're going to do all of our adhering on. So I die cut that with this die. In Crushed Curry, I die cut the detail die. And before I die cut it with Crushed Curry, I put an adhesive sheet on the back. This is going to make adhering this die cut a breeze. Okay, so if you are ever die cutting a super intricate die like this, make sure that you are using those adhesive sheets. They are a dream to work with. They come in a huge pack. You get 12 sheets. 6x12 sheets. This will last you a really long time, I promise. So make sure you are using those adhesive sheets though, because it is it will make your life easier. Now also using that detail die, I die cut this piece in Crumb Cake. Now we only want this little circle, so I'm okay with all those little petals being cut off. So just use a little scrap, just use a scrap big enough to get that center. And then I use this center die out of Early Espresso to get the actual center of our sunflower, so that's gonna all be layered up. All right, now our little sprigs are die cut with this one. You can do one of each if you wanted, but I ran it through twice and did this one. And this is Soft Succulent. All right, now let's do our stamping before we assemble our sunflower, just so that we have a little bit of extra time for this Early Espresso to dry. Again, my greeting is from that framed, is it framed floret? What is it called? Yeah, framed floret stamp set. This is coming November 1st. If you're a demonstrator, you may already have this. If you want to become a demonstrator, if you want it now, you can put that in your starter kit. All right, now I just have a little scrap piece of paper. Let me measure this. I don't even know how wide it is. I think it's 1/2 inch. So if you don't feel comfortable stamping on a piece this small, just stamp it on a bigger scrap and then just trim it out. We'll see how I do. We'll see. The camera's a little bit in the way, so it's harder to get like lined up perfectly, but ooh, I did pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna set this aside to dry because we're gonna come back to that and I don't want it to smear. An Early Espresso is one of those colors that I will smear. Okay, let's cut all these off. So you're gonna go around with your scissors and just cut off these little petal pieces. Again, all we want is that center piece. So this goes pretty quickly. It's not too hard to cut it off, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The center of the sunflower has a lot of little kind of ragged edges. So, you know, if there are a little few ragged edges, it doesn't matter. Nobody's ever going to notice because that's the way the sunflower is. All right, let me get all these little crumb cake pieces out of the way and we'll start assembling. All right, now with this sunflower, it does fit perfectly. And so the way that I have found that it is easiest to find the way this fits is there is like a petal that curves off to the side and it makes kind of this check mark is kind of what it looks like to me. It looks like a check. And so if you find this landmark and then you find it on here too, so it's right here, this little check mark, check, then that will line up perfectly onto your sunflower. So we're going to peel off the adhesive sheet on the back of this, which it should just come right off. If it doesn't, you can use your paper snips or your take your pick tool, and then all these little flowers, the centers in those dots in the center of the flower should come right out. And if they don't, that's okay. If some of them are left in there, that's okay. It doesn't have to all be perfect. If you want all those little dots out, you can use your take your pick tool and poke them all out. I lost my check. Where'd my check go? Here it is. Check. All right. So I'm actually going to start at that check because I know that that's kind of where it's all going to line up. And if you just go slowly, just take each kind of petal at a time. And because we have that adhesive sheet on the back, it's all just going to lay down flat and perfectly. And I'm going to turn this over and just give it a good burnish with my bone folder. And that'll make sure that adhesive sheet is really going to stick down. And there you have your perfect little sunflower. And I still have a few of those little dots in there, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. But there's our perfect little sunflower. So find that little landmark. Can't find it here. Here's the check. Check. Or if there's another petal that just kind of stands out to you, I mean, find that one petal and you'll find it on the other one too. So just find those petals. It will line up, I promise. All right, I have the center, that little crumb cake center, and I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue on this. You could use the adhesive sheets on the back of this as well, or you can use glue dots. I couldn't think of that name. Now this one also lines up. I like to use the little dots. There's like some little Mickey heads in there. Look for those little hidden Mickeys, and those should line up just like that. Okay, now the center, again, the center is not one that is going to be super noticeable if you don't get the center lined up. That's okay. Nobody's going to be kind of comparing the little dots. It's going to look adorable either way. All right, now this center I'm going to use a dimensional. I have a little sheet here, put a dimensional in the center of that, and pop that up just like that. And there is your sunflower. Isn't that cute? All right, now we are going to put this on the box just like this. But if we left the whole sunflower there, it wouldn't stand up. Now you could put it all the way at the top like this, but I actually liked having a flat edge to this. So I'm going to take my paper trimmer and we are going to cut off part of this sunflower. Some of you might be going, no, not that. You're ruining the sunflower. But if you don't want to trim it off, you don't have to. That's totally up to you. You do you. So I'm just going to give my sunflower a nice flat edge. This is going to go right against the edge of our box, just like that. All right. So more dimensionals, and I'm going to use these dimensionals. I'm going to put them right on the box, and I'm actually going to use them to hold down my ribbon because I don't want that ribbon to slide on and off. So I'm using an excessive amount to hold down my ribbon and a couple on the side here. So a truly excessive amount of dimensionals. But this is the way I craft. More dimensionals is better. All right, we're just going to line that up with the edge of the box there. And that is basically your box. We're gonna fancy it up a little bit, but that is basically your box. Isn't that beautiful? So fun for like a harvest thing. Really cute. All right, now we have to add our little sprigs. You can do this before you adhere it down, but I like to do it the hard way. So I'm actually just gonna kind of tear off the very bottom leaves because they're going to tuck in a little bit easier, especially if you didn't add them beforehand. So I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue. Again, glue dots will work great for this. Just a little bit on the back, and I'm just going to just kind of lift that up and tuck it down, and then just kind of make sure that it's all adhering. So, and these little leaves or sprigs, or you know, whatever they are, these are really an optional thing. If you're making a bunch of them, I might like leave them off. It's really kind of up to you. Or you can cut out, I mean, there's like the detailed leaf in here. You can always die cut that leaf and maybe just add that instead. So really a preference thing there. Isn't that cute though? I do like the little addition of them. Another option would be to do these in like a metallic or a vellum. That would be really, really soft and pretty too. Okay, let's go back to our greeting. I'm going to bring in my little paper trimmer again, and I'm just going to trim off the end just so it's a flat end on one side. And we're going to use our scissors and just cut a little banner end on this side. You can get your punches out if you want to do a little perfect banner, but I'm a lazy stamper. I'm going to use what I have at my disposal. All right, this is going to go here. I have already pre-tied a little linen bow. I did a double bow here, so I folded the linen thread on top of each other. So I had 2 strands, and then I tied a bow. Let me see. And I'm just going to use some dimensionals and adhere this to the back of my greeting. So just kind of put one there and one over here. Just kind of hold that down. Now this is going to go up on top of our little espresso center. And so just a little bit of glue just on the banner end of that to hold it all in place. This side's going to hang off the box a little bit, so no dimensionals on that side. All right, just press that on. There we go. Isn't that cute? Love that. Okay, final finishing touch. We have one more thing to add. I have these brushed brass butterflies. These are some of my favorite embellishments. They are also nice and super flat, so they are post office friendly. And we're just going to add a couple of these. I'm going to add a big one and a little one. So big one here, and then just a little one up on the petal, just like that. Just kind of flying away. And that is it for today. That is your sweet little cookie holder, your little open top angled box. I think this would be so good for so many things, but it does fit these little cookie pouches perfectly. And what a fun little treat to give somebody. So that is it for today, guys. Let me move all my stuff out of the way. But I hope you guys enjoy this little treat. I will be live in my VIP group. If you're not a member of my VIP group, please join me. There's a link in the video description. I'll be live on Sunday there for a week. I think we're on week 5 of my 12 weeks of Christmas. So I hope you can join me then. I'll be posting then when I'll be live. It'll be, I think, at 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. So I hope you can join me then. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.